Would there be one particular law that you would say this is the one you want to start with? This is like the linchpin law of power. And if you don't do this, you're going to find yourself on the ass end of a lot of situations in life.
Well, there are two laws that kind of go together, I'd say. The first one is law number one, never outshine the master. And you'd be surprised how many people violate this law. And the premise of it is that the person who's above you, and there's always somebody above you, no matter how high you rise, has an ego, right? And you're not aware that even people who are very successful have egos and insecurities. You assume that they're so strong and powerful, they reach this high position, that you can almost, do anything. You don't have to worry about it because they're so strong. But in fact, the higher people rise, the more sensitive and prickly they actually become. They're very worried about whether you respect them enough, etc. They're worried whether, what are people saying behind their back. And the premise behind that is, if you try so hard in the work world to impress the people around you and impress the boss, or I call it the master, never outshine the master above you. It could be a woman, but that's the word we use. You might end up inadvertently triggering their insecurities. They might end up thinking that you are more popular than they are, or they might start worrying that perhaps you're after their job or whatever. And so it's a story that repeats itself endlessly, where you end up becoming fired or isolated in your position, and you're not aware of what happened. Because if a boss, fires you because of this, they're never going to say, "Well, you made me feel insecure." They're going to come up with some rationality.
Sure.
They're going to say, your performance isn't up to par, whatever it is.